This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports in Chaco. It's a heavyweight occasion. We're in Belfast. Thomas Carty, does it still feel surreal to you yet that you're obviously going to be making your Irish home debut on Saturday night?
Debut. Yeah, it's a bit surreal. It hasn't really sunk in. It's kind of starting to sink in now that we're at the public workout. But haven't really thought so much about the amount of people that are coming up. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
You've obviously had a bit of time to reflect. Obviously your last fight was also a mixed card as well, obviously in Nottingham.
Yes, it's my first outing since then. It's mixed first outing since then. So, I was so happy to be on his undercard to begin with. And now here I am again on mixed undercard again in Belfast. One of the shows, this is the event that I would have gone to the last couple of years to watch. Never thought I'd be on one, So it's crazy the way things come full circle. But looking forward to Saturday.
You're saving yourself some money from having to buy a ticket?
That's it, yeah. I don't have to buy a ticket this time. My uncle's left gone with someone else. Usually me and him go together, but he's left gone with someone else now.
And obviously it's easy for us to see the media campaign you're sort of having with a no Carty, no party ticket. T-shirts are on sale, but probably more so than any, you're creating such a fan base in Dublin.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. This time, my sister's not doing my tickets for me this time, my brother is, so I'm a bit more involved now than I was for Nottingham. And I don't even know half the people that are coming to the door collecting tickets and texting collecting tickets. It's great to see. I never thought I'd be in this position where I'm starting to appeal to the masses and people are loving the story. Local lad getting behind me. It's fantastic. It's very, very, very surreal to see the following that I'm gathering in Dublin and across the country. You wouldn't believe there's people ordering tickets from all over the country.
I was actually listening to Joe O'Neill and Johnny in Irish Boxing's podcast this week, and Johnny was sort of saying that in Limerick there's a guy he knows that doesn't go into boxing at all, and he was obviously over in Nottingham. He bought a ticket for your fight, come from Limerick, and he didn't even realise he liked boxing. He's going, what's going on? Yeah. They can't. I guess heavyweight boxing always brings eyes to a sport, and people are saying an Irish heavyweight, you're the first probably I'd say Irish heavyweight since obviously we had Rogan, probably come back. I know we've had other Irish heavyweights, but you're young, you're fresh into the sport, you're a gentleman in the sport as well. It's easy to see why people's getting behind you.
Yeah, absolutely. I lived the life. I kind of appeal to a nice guy kind of persona. I don't have that bad guy enemy persona from the movies or anything like that. So I'm just myself, and people are loving it. There's no fakeness here. You see a lot of it in MMA and stuff like that now. People trying to do the whole McGregor. McGregor was the first of his kind. I'm just doing my own thing, and people are loving it. It's fresh, as you said, different, and people are really catching on to it.
I guess sometimes they say, it's a gentleman's sport and things like that as well. I guess where there's going to be times, probably, particularly with heavyweights, there's going to be times where you're probably going to have to probably try and sell a fight, probably in some ways as you go up the ladder more. There's probably the only sort of thing for you be that there's not very many heavyweights about in Ireland for you obviously to fight for the Celtic and Irish titles. Is that probably the only drawback you're sort of seeing, that you might have to avoid domestic fights?
Yeah, there is heavyweights in Ireland that will campaign if the money is right, and as I get bigger I'm able to offer these guys more money, because no one's going to beat me anyways for an Irish title, that's for sure. I just need someone to get in the ring for me to win the fight. There's lads that are heavyweights in Ireland, there's lads in the rankings. I just need one of them to stand in the ring with me, let me collect the belts. And as I get bigger, I can offer more money to these guys. They'll see dollar signs and then they want to jump in the ring, and so I can get my title. That's the route I want to go, because I really want to win an Irish title. I want to headline my own card soon. I think I can at this stage. Headline my own card in Dublin would be amazing. That's the next dream. I've kind of manifested a lot of the things that have happened so far, and I'm just going to keep pushing the boat out. The next dream is headline my own card, Irish title.
I know we'd obviously sort of spoke to you obviously in between, obviously Nottingham and here, and probably the hope was Carty obviously fighting in Croke Park. It is sort of, I guess, we kept having a wee personal joke where you were saying it was happening. I was like, it's not happening, it's happening. But it looks like that's going to be pushed back to next year, and I would probably say you're going to be a cert for that card at the very least.
I'm going to hold off. That would be amazing. Irish title on Katie Taylor's undercard in Croke Park. That's, if I box for the next 10 years, I might not top that scenario. I might not top that fight if we can make it happen. So the next year is going to be really interesting. And even think, I was chatting with Jimmy in the car there on the way here. The last year has been crazy. It's all different to me and it's all new. So I'm really, really enjoying the journey, and being here, it's a blessing this week. I'm delighted.
I guess you're sort of putting yourself in different shop windows, sort of in a way. Obviously, I know you're managed by Dillian White, who obviously always knew how to get the most out of himself in his career. So, like, you've obviously boxed in the Zone, you're obviously going to be in Fight TV this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, where are you going to be next? You know, it's whose card you're going to be on, and on what platforms you're going to be on. You're going to be on Top Rank and potentially in America as well. So, it's all good marketing that Dillion's doing for you.
Absolutely. Listen, I'll fight wherever it makes sense. Dillion's done a great job managing his own career and managing other fighters like Fabio Wardley, Youssef, and then he's also managing the likes of Alan Babbage. Look what he's done. So I'm just going to keep turning up wherever they tell me to turn up, and keep the ball rolling, keep pushing the boat out. Yeah.
Obviously, opponent-wise yet, have you got an opponent sorted for?
I think there's an opponent sorted as far as I know. I don't know too much about him, but we have an opponent anyways.
I guess it probably, you said this the other day, it doesn't matter who it is, the stoppage is coming on Saturday.
No, genuine. The way I'm feeling at the moment, the rounds I've been getting in lately and how I've been feeling, it doesn't matter who I fight Saturday night. So regardless, you know, you're going to see a devastating statement performance. And I was just saying in a previous interview to hear lads always say, you know, statement performance, this is going to be a big one, and this genuinely is. I'm ready, I'm punching hard, feeling good, no injuries, nothing at all.
I think obviously without doing any research sort of into it, I think you're probably going to be the first heavyweight potentially since Fury Rogan in 2012. Obviously that's when they fought for the Aries title as well. Somebody's going to correct me, or I'm obviously going to end up with egg in my face, but I think you're potentially the first heavyweight in 10 years in the SSE Arena. That's going to be a big statement.
That's a big statement. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. First heavyweight in 10 years. That's major. And hopefully it won't be the last time either, you know what I mean? Hopefully I'll become a staple on these summertime Conlon cards, because it looks like he's going to be fighting here for a long time still, you know?
I think obviously I'm going to end up with egg in my face here somewhere, but I'm pretty certain it's about 10 years. There's probably maybe somebody that was around the heavyweight, but was it cruiserweight or something like that? But I think it's potentially 10 years, because Martin Rogan obviously hasn't fought, I think, at home since obviously the Fury fight, so it's probably a bit of history for you as well.
Absolutely, you know, there's another notch to add to your belt. That's interesting, and it's an honour for me, you know. First heavyweight, we have great heavyweight fighters in Ireland. It just so happens that I've pushed on with my own pro career, and we're at this position now. I've kind of gained enough of a following, and I've gained enough of eyes on me to see that I'm worth putting on these kind of cards, and I'd be a good addition to the card rather than doing it as a favour, or, you know, trying to force my way onto a card.
Obviously, this is now your fourth fight since obviously you turned over. Are you probably maybe looking at it and going, you wanted to be a bit more active? I know obviously you've had plenty of sparring and things like that, but would you wish you were a bit more active? I guess with heavyweight boxing, you can nearly box. Look at Babbage, who's obviously boxing probably nearly every 2 months.
Yeah.
As I guess, you're still young, you're still growing in the sport. No matter what it does, you're happy to step up the levels at any time.
Absolutely. You know, I'm in no rush, but at the same time, I'm in a rush, whether that makes sense or not. You know what I mean? I want to get up to that level where, you know, I can start making statement fights and fights where everybody's talking about. You know, at the moment, I'm just kind of cruising, learning in the ring and stuff like that. I want to start getting in really competitive fights, and I'm looking forward to it. Whenever the time comes, I'm ready, you know.
Obviously, finally, for obviously all your fans travelling up from Dublin on Saturday, obviously I know these have had bars and things like that, selling your t-shirts and tickets and everything else. I'm sure obviously you want to thank everybody who's coming up, and I'm sure you're going to create a lot of fans in Belfast as well on Saturday night. Yeah,
so obviously I want to thank everybody that's coming up, because the amount of people that are coming, it's unheard of for me. It's a first for me, you know. I've never dealt with this before. Coach loads of people coming, and there's loads of people staying, and by the way, the prices for hotels in Belfast this weekend are extortionate, by the way, but they're still coming, and they'll probably be camping here. Actually, probably be a few tents pitched here, but yeah, you know, it's great. I don't know how many's going to be there on Saturday night. Is it near a sellout, is it? I think
there's maybe a couple of hundred tickets maybe left on the most.
9,000 plus people there on Saturday night, all Irish. I'm obviously going to gain a few fans if I put on a good performance, so it's a big opportunity for me, for more people to know about the Carty party, yeah.
And obviously for anybody that's watching the interview and they're obviously looking at getting t-shirts, where can people get your No Carty, No Party t-shirt?
Team Carty on Instagram, bro. I plug it every day. Team Carty on Instagram, DM, and we'll sort it out. I have the little brother at home, he's doing it all for me. He's head of logistics at Team Carty, so he'll sort it out, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, look, it's great to get a catch up with you again. I'm sure we'll obviously no doubt get a good catch up on Saturday night once you move to 4-0.
Absolutely, looking forward to it, yeah.
Cheers, Thomas, thank you.